Well, good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Mopco Improv Theater. I'm delighted that you're here, and I'm equally delighted that I'm here. You never know these days, but here we are. Isn't that a great thing? Tonight, you and I are privileged to witness in our first act the world premiere, no kidding, world premiere of an improvised format concocted by our very own Fish Without Bikes called Book Club. Let's give a rousing round of applause for Fish Without Bikes.
Starting with one fish. So I'm having some ladies over for a book club. Some of you may have experienced this situation before. I can't remember the name of the book. Can somebody help me remember the name of the book that we're talking about in our book club tonight?
Along the Beach Trail.
Along the Peach Trail? Sure. Wonderful. Thank you.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Henrietta.
Hello, Stacy.
Come on in.
I suppose I could have knocked.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't want to disturb anybody. I didn't know if anybody else was.
No, it's just the boys are out for the night, so. Nice to see you, Henrietta. Come on in.
Thank you.
I put out the things that you brought from the farmer's market earlier.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know if I had the right thing to put them in. I never know.
Grapes are happy anywhere. Hanging, lying, being
Okay.
peeled.
Okay, I hope so. I get so nervous when I post things.
You can't go wrong with a grape.
Okay. Do you want a glass of wine, or
Sure.
how are you with a corkscrew? Because I'm hopeless.
It's like I was like born with a corkscrew in my hand.
Okay.
I also brought you this.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Where did you get it?
I made it.
You made this.
Yes. My father turned wood, and his father before him, and his father before him. We passed it down.
You made this.
It's not that big a deal.
I get all my bowls at Target. Gosh, I don't know. Is this for tonight or for?
Don't feel like you have to put grapes in it or anything.
Okay. I'll put it right here. Is that okay?
Lovely.
Okay.
I'll work on the corkscrew.
Yeah, thank you. I have the corkscrew somewhere here.
Oh,
And I
did
have-
you buy a corkscrew for?
Well, my husband usually does it, so I asked him where it was, and he told me. So I just, it always goes wrong when I do it.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Relax.
I usually buy the screw top.
Have a seat.
Oh, but yeah, you're the guest. I can't sit while you're.
Really?
Okay. And I didn't, and I've got these chips and salsa, but is that more party food than
I
a book
think we're
club?
fine.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the book?
Yeah, I think so. Did you?
I did.
And it wasn't what I expected from the title.
Really? What were you expecting?
Something lighthearted.
A jaunty walk along a peach trail?
Yeah. And the covers has those peach trees.
The blossoms.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much blood.
Right. Yeah, there was more blood than I expected among the peaches. Yeah. where Shula is. She's always a little late, isn't she?
She's usually a little late. You know, there's more polychronic in Israel,
What
time-wise.
does that mean?
Monochronic is like our culture, where 3 o'clock means 3 o'clock, 8 o'clock means 8 o'clock. In a polychronic culture, 8 o'clock might mean 10:30. Poly meaning many, chronic meaning time. Not like chronic illness. Well, chronic illness, like,
Is it? She's from Israel, right?
yes.
So are there more than one time zone in Israel? Is that what you mean?
Well, just in everybody's head.
Huh. I mean, I don't know what I would do without my phone to tell the
Hello,
time.
it's me.
Oh,
there
Hi.
she is.
There she is.
Hey, how are you? Come here,
Oh. Oh,
mwah.
gosh.
Good to see you. Hello, come here. Oh, wine, good. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, so good to see you. I brought these.
Oh, wonderful. And
Yeah.
You could put them there. Or you
Okay,
could put
they're
them here.
shit, actually. I wanted to go into Brooklyn and get them from my cousin. She makes the best.
She-
The best. But I didn't
Oh.
have time, so I got these from the supermarket and they're shit.
Oh, very good.
This is nice. Who's this? This is nice.
Oh, Henrietta says that she made that.
You made it.
I did.
Wow.
What do you mean when you say turn wood?
You take a stump of wood, you put it on a lathe, you turn it, and out comes a bowl.
Where did you get the stump?
From my backyard. Well, the trees beyond the fields.
Huh. I wonder if. Huh. I never thought that we could do something else with those trees.
You think trees are just for hammocks?
I thought they just were there. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Great.
I mean, it's a little bit like the peach trees, I guess.
All of that lawn could be vegetables as well.
Oh, yeah. It should be vegetables. Really.
And what are these?
They're grape leaves.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and we have grapes.
Oh, that's funny because they're like not the same thing.
Okay.
Would you like some wine here?
No, I'll stick with water.
Stacy,
I'm so nervous already
we
to have
talked
you
about
do
this.
here.
Have a wine. We talked about
No, really. Maybe a little later. How did you like the book?
I love this book. I really loved it. You know, when I saw the flowers on the front, at first I thought, I'm not going to like this book. It's going to be like some stupid, lighthearted romp along the peach trail. But then, and then I was like, oh, who picked this crap book? But then I started reading it, and I was like, this is not what I was expecting. All this blood, and then I realized, oh, the flowers, they're not like just pretty flowers with a nice scent. They're like birth and blood and creation and death, obviously.
I didn't pick up on that. Where was that in the book?
Well, it doesn't say it on like page 34 or something like that, but it's just, you know, it's all a metaphor.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's a tree theme tonight. Trees can become bulls, and whatever it is that you're saying, the trees became in the book.
That is an interesting connection, isn't it?
It is, that's funny.
Now, Stacy, I'm sure that you picked up about the trees along the lane where Carol was living,
Sure.
and then the blood, first of the lamb, and then of the Halloween children.
Yeah, and we're, the blood of the lamb, was that a flashback or was it a dream?
Well, I think she was dreaming, and then later we learned it was a flashback of a real slaughter of the lamb.
And
But
that
I think that the dream was like a, what do they call it when you remember something from ancestors back?
a past life?
Yeah, exactly. I think she was having a past life experience when she had that dream, and she was destined to repeat
peaches and the blood. The lamb was repeated in the peaches.
The slaughter of the lamb, right?
And when she opened the peach and saw the red around the pit of the peach and opened it, that's what triggered the memory, the epigenetic memory over the generations of the slaughter of the lamb in her
That's
past.
the word.
Epigenetic.
That's the word.
What does that mean?
Historically in her genes, not genetically, but in the memories of her generations of people. You would know about that.
Yes, exactly. It's
Well,
a real
because
thing.
you come from an ancient people.
Well, we all come from an ancient people, but yes.
And now I thought the peach, the inside of the peach was, a metaphor for something else. Well, the emoji, the peach emoji. On the phone, on our.
Thought it was a metaphor for cell phone?
No. On the phone, the emoji means, like your butt. Like a peach. I mean, I think that's what it means.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I thought it was something sexy.
Blood's
Oh,
not
so-
sexy?
Now I'm so embarrassed.
No, I think you're exactly right. Like that's the heart of the story, right? That it's like blood and sex and blood and death.
Body.
Yes.
Body.
Yes.
I mean, along the peach trail is
Yeah.
along the human life.
The peach.
Yes, the trail. Yes. Yes.
I need some grapes.
So, I think maybe, I'm wondering if maybe we started at the sort of symbolic level too soon. I'm wondering maybe if we could talk about Carol herself and just her story and
Yeah.
what we thought about her as
I
a
think that would
character.
help. That would be helpful for me, I think.
She made me sad. Yeah, she made me really sad.
What was that?
Because I felt like she was saying that all those trees were like a prison. And she was trapped there. And every time she tried to walk out, all she could see on either side were the bars of her prison.
That's interesting. I saw it more as the bars of a crib.
Well, what's a crib? It's a prison for babies, right?
No.
No?
It's a safe place.
Exactly. It's a protective container to keep the baby alive and protected until they are able to move out on their own into the world.
Isn't that what the mother's supposed to do?
Well, she tries her best.
Yes, of course, but when she has to do a thing, she has to go to Pilates, she puts the baby in the prison so she can go and live her life. And then,
Well, it's important for the mother to go to Pilates and take care of herself too.
okay, don't get defensive. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying, let's call it what it is.
A crib.
Prison.
But can we go back to the tree?
Sure.
I'm gonna sit on my back.
Okay.
I didn't get to Pilates
Have you
this
been doing
week.
your core work?
Well, I couldn't get there this week because I was driving the kids everywhere.
Oh, they're too big for a crib, huh?
Yeah, they're about to fly the coop, but they still need to be driven everywhere.
Do you want to do some core work now?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
All right. It's up to you. If you change your mind later, but do some.
I mean, we're always supposed to be doing it, right?
Right.
But, yeah,
Yes.
right, okay.
You can do some pelvic floor while you're down there. No one will know. It's invisible. It's on the inside.
Shula, you're too much.
You don't have a pelvic floor?
No,
It's not a secret.
of course I have a pelvic floor.
She's doing her kegels right now. I can see them.
That is amazing.
You right? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Right?
Wow.
Of course, mine are pretty strong. I never had children, so.
Yeah, that's why
to say, I would put them in a crib and I wouldn't consider it a prison. The child has the freedom, like Carol did, to explore up and down the lane of the trees until she was ready, having embodied, having integrated her history to go out on her own past the lane of the trees, past the peach lane.
So are you saying that Carol is like a baby?
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
She is like a baby, and it is only when she grows and becomes a full-fledged human, a full-fledged person in her own right, separate from her history and from her tragic past, that she is able to walk through the lane, past the lane, and become a free adult.
Yeah, I cried at that part. Yeah, that was like, I mean, I was happy crying because finally she left those fucking peaches behind.
So I just want to, was she a baby metaphorically?
Yes.
A metaphorical baby.
Obviously, she was an adult as a person.
In a peach tree crib.
Yes.
Yes.
Which was not a prison, it was a safe place for her to explore.
This is still to be debated.
Okay.
Sweetheart, are you drinking that wine?
Oh, just go back to the, how does the lamb figure in?
So lambs are everywhere, right? In history, a lamb is like serious symbol of everything, right?
Sure. Jesus.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And so a lamb is
All
a
the way
baby.
back to Abraham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's a sacrifice. It's a warning.
Before that, Cain
It's
and
a
Abel, I think, right?
celebration. Yes, it's everything. But it's a baby, right?
A lamb is a baby sheep.
Lamb is a baby.
Right.
And so I think it was like a commentary on how we kill babies to, have a celebration or make the crops grow or whatever. Kill a baby.
When you buy the little lamb chops, they're smaller babies or younger? They're all babies, all
That's
the
a good
lambs are
question.
babies. They're all babies.
They're just cut differently.
That's like a really gruesome thought to think that there's like different grades of babies that they have. Meat processing plant.
Yeah, little ones and big ones and.
When we slaughter lambs,
Don't look at me, I never slaughtered.
well, back when we had sheep on the farm, we would separate the lambs that we were going to raise and use for milk or cheese, and the ones that we would slaughter for meat.
How do you decide?
I was going to ask that.
Well, the boys were meat, and the girls, most of them were for cheese.
That figures.
That makes sense.
That's classic.
No, but it makes sense because of the milk,
Right.
not sexism, Shula.
The boys are not as useful.
Just
We know this,
biology.
right?
Well, all this usefulness gets us slaughtered, is all I'm
No,
saying.
the opposite.
No, the women, the boys are slaughtered.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood. It's good.
But in Carol's past life, the lamb that got slaughtered, what kind was that?
I don't think they specified.
No, wait a minute. It's important because doesn't that make a difference?
Well, I don't know, do they say?
Let's see. Where was it? Where was that? Chapter
I don't
3? Early. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't have been that early, because she had to have the dream, right? First she had to remember, and then,
Okay, look at this, On page 43.
Mhm.
So they're talking about the original, the one in ancient times, the
Yeah.
original slaughter.
yeah.
And they say it's a boy.
Oh, they
It's a boy. But
It's a boy.
look, wait a minute. I think I remember. If you go over to page 84, here's where they're talking about Carol's dream.
not some anonymous land. You know, a real farm is not like Charlotte's Web. You don't name the animals. As a matter of fact, that's the whole point of Charlotte's Web. That's a good book that we should read, by the way.
That's a good book.
It is.
It's for children though, right?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of symbolism in that book. My point is that the whole point of Charlotte's Web is that you don't name the animals before you slaughter them. They're just animals. But here she names, first of all, it is a she lamb, and then she names the lamb Suki.
What's it mean, this name, Suki? I don't know this name.
I don't know.
It's like short for something?
No?
I had to put the book aside after that. I just
You
thought it
didn't
was.
finish the book?
No, I came back to it, but I was so sad after she had Suki's blood all over her, and she was naked, and the blood, and
Do you think it's like Sukkot?
Hmm.
You think she's Jewish?
what's Sukkot?
It's like a harvest holiday.
Oh,
It's Sukkot.
The
and
open,
Suki.
you see the sky through the, it's a harvest festival, it's a good farmer
Yeah.
holiday.
I like it.
I tried to grow, they don't grow around here, the levov.
Yeah. There's like a fruit
Yeah,
and a palm.
yeah. I wonder, I'm curious about the, Halloween children.
Which I thought was a little unrealistic. I mean, we don't have Halloween at home, but if I were a child, I would not walk down that long-ass driveway just to get a piece of candy.
but it's a tradition. All the kids love it.
Yeah, but just go to the other houses that don't have to walk through all those trees and down the driveway.
Maybe they knew that house had really good candy,
Maybe.
but the house didn't have good candy.
That part was
I had to put the book away for a second time. after
disturbing.
that part.
Yeah, that part was
Yeah.
disturbing.
So those children were like sacrificed lambs. He and she lambs. Both kinds.
Goblins.
Goblin lambs.
And what was that one kid supposed to be? Like some kind of superhero?
Well, I think the implication was that cartoon superheroes aren't going to be able to save us.
Right.
And that's why Carol had to step in and avenge those deaths, which is when she became no longer a baby.
Oh, so in the end, a woman has to save us.
But she was a witch, of course. She was a witch.
She was?
She had to embrace her inner witch in order to be able to save us.
That's not a nice thing to say, is it?
Exactly. It's
Well,
not a nice thing to
no,
say.
it was not like, she was, maybe witch isn't the right word. She's like a sorcerer, she's like, she's special, she's like talented.
Yeah.
Magical?
Yeah, magical, that's it. That's it.
Why can't we just save the world without magic? Just in who we are.
All right,
as
go
women.
ahead.
Well, I've just been raising my kids. Why do you
That's
look at me?
magic.
Well, you told me I put them in a prison.
Okay, well,
Which is it?
sometimes magical people do prisons also. It's, they have to go out to Pilates too, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to, you don't have to get all defensive about it. I'm just saying, if you have to do it, but let's just call it what it is,
A prison.
okay? And when we say magic and witches, it's not like, Macbeth, the cauldron stirring. It's It's like she knew. How did she know? How did she know?
I don't know. I didn't understand it.
Oh, what? Okay. So do you have a theory?
Yeah, I think that the spirits of her ancestors, for all the generations before that were killing all the lambs, needed to be avenged, the opposite, made up for. So she stepped in, she saved the children, and she avenged their deaths, and that cleared off the lamb's blood, and she was free out of her prison or crib of the trees, and she went on her life as a free, full woman, embodying the graciousness and courage and superpower of femininity in the world, out away from the prison of generations of sexism.
You know, Henrietta, you should start a podcast.
I have a podcast.
You do?
I do.
A podcast?
I have a podcast.
Do you summarize books on it?
Oh, no. It's called Your Home, Your Farm.
Oh. What do you talk about?
I talk about how to use our little plots of land to their fullest extent.
Metaphorically?
Literally.
Oh.
You have trees in your backyard.
Yeah.
You have dirt.
I think she's saying you need to do something with those trees.
I think she is too. What do you think I should do?
Here's what I think, sweetheart. I think you have all of this inner capacity, and you've built yourself a prison, and you should break free. You should take a walk on the gravel trail and claim your power.
It's a nice prison though.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go to that. I'll be back.
I wonder who's calling.
Probably her husband.
Do you think I overstepped?
I don't know. You think she's upset?
She's always upset.
Yeah,
She's
always
afraid of
upset.
everything. She won't even let herself. I don't understand. I don't understand. She's one of the smartest people I know.
Right?
She's all but dissertation from Yale.
She doesn't want to understand.
She understands the book better than I do.
Exactly. She knows what's going on.
And she sits around. Half the time she doesn't come to Pilates because she's driving her kids around in that car.
That car is a prison.
You know, her son is 19 years old. He still doesn't have his driver's license. He's like, why should I learn to drive when I've got my mom?
Right, right.
You have to do something, Shul.
The kids are texting me that Tim wants me to pick him up.
Okay, well, you're busy doing this
Did
now,
you
so
tell him
you
you're
can't.
the pup?
Yeah.
No, I didn't answer him yet. I think I should go get him. He's, he wants to come home.
Where is he? He's in town?
Yeah,
So it's like a 17-minute walk home.
the sidewalks here are not that good.
But he's going to fall and die on a sidewalk, you think?
I just, I don't have them home for much longer. I want to be there for them.
What about us?
Well, what
You're supposed to be here for us right
are
now.
these looks you're giving each other?
Just, we're supposed to be, it's just the three of us. No one else showed up tonight. So I think that you should stay here and do this with us for you.
What if he gets upset?
What if he gets upset?
Who?
Tim.
What if he gets upset? send him an emoji.
Yeah.
I can send my son a peach emoji. All right, I'm
Give me your phone.
okay. All right,
All right, what's going to happen?
let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. See? Yeah.
Right. So we haven't talked about.
I'm sorry, I have a question before. How did she know the children were coming that day?
It was Halloween.
Oh, right, I forgot. Okay.
It's a pretty big deal around here.
Right, I forgot, okay. So she knows it's Halloween, the children are walking up the driveway, they're going to be dressed, it's dangerous.
Well, I don't know that she knows that it's going to be dangerous, but then she sees as they go to the other house,
Oh,
she sees the slaughter.
right,
And she hears the screams.
right.
And she recognizes that the screams are the screams of a slaughter, not the screams of delight or haunted house.
No, I don't think I got that.
Oh, it's here.
So they were really getting killed?
Oh,
Were they really getting killed?
Yeah, well,
Or was it just,
I thought
did
it
they
was,
not really get killed?
I didn't think so, I thought that the screaming
Did I
was like,
misunderstand that?
okay, here's how I read it. She hears the screaming, but it's like, they're having fun because they're like, it's a holiday and they're
So
joking
when
around.
so that whole part about her saving them was just,
I
is that just another dream?
I thought it was a psychotic break is what I
What about the glint of the knife in the moonlight and the spurting blood that she could see all the way from her house?
But that was the peaches though, right?
Well, through the peach trees, she could see the arc. Here, I'll read it to you. It's
So confusing.
page 175.
All right.
Carol stared, fascinated by the moonlight and the laughter of the children, until suddenly something changed in the sound of the laughter, and the moon almost seemed brighter for a moment, and there was a glint. And it wasn't the glint of the Tin Man costume, it was the glint of a knife. And the moon was so bright that she could see drops of blood on the knife. And as she stared, the laughter turned to screaming, and the screaming sounded like the lamb being slaughtered.
That's real,
That's
right?
real.
No, I don't think so. I think she was like remembering all the lambs and the kids were just like a symbol for the lambs, and then they're having Halloween, they're getting candy, they're having a good time over there. She's like having this whole episode.
I had nightmares about this.
But come on, it's not real. This book is about children getting murdered on Halloween? Along the peach trail?
Well, I thought it was real too, although it is interesting because that's all it says there. And then the next chapter is when she's walking down the peach trail and
I think
out of the city.
in her mind, she saves the children, which means in her mind, she, makes up for all the slaughter by saving the children, imaginary.
No, I think you're right. I think
The children were, again, they symbolized the lambs that were slaughtered
That's what I'm saying.
I can't
in the
believe I
past,
missed that.
and her Suki.
That's what I'm saying, right. And then if you see at the end, they mention children, I think it's the same children, so they're not dead.
the laughter of the children wafted through the branches of the new peach blossoms.
Unless they're like ghosts now, I don't know.
Do you think that it's almost like her mind was sacrificing her own childhood so that she could be free? something that you're trying to tell me. Look, I know you think this house is a prison. But it's my home.
It's a beautiful prison.
It doesn't have to be. You make it a prison. It's just walls and art, chandelier, nice rug.
It's a nice chandelier.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful chandelier. But it's just stuff. You make it a prison.
I don't understand what it's going to be when the kids leave.
When I left home, my mother cried for 22 days. Didn't stop crying.
22.
22 days.
What happened on day 23?
I don't know, I guess she got dressed, went out, I don't know.
Well, Tim leaves for college in August.
That's a smile.
We'll see what happens in September.
If you cry for 22 days, we'll bring you some tissues.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do after then? All of them. You and Jay have any plans? Got enough money, you could travel around the whole world 14 times.
No, I don't know if I want to spend. I'm going to get out of prison and spend it with Jay.
Wait, what?
I mean, you've met him.
Yeah, but we thought you liked him.
I mean, I like him. But
You know, since my sister's passed on, I need another hand around the farm.
you think Jay could help?
Sure.
Oh, you mean me?
Just saying.
She don't want Jay either. Are you gonna leave Jay?
I don't know about leave. What can I do on the farm?
We'll plant some vegetables. Maybe milk a sheep. I don't think you need to decide now. But just listen to this. Carol felt her feet move more slowly, but her heart beat more quickly as she reached the end of the peach trail. Before her, the world spread wide. No trail at all. Nothing to tell her which way to go. Nothing holding her or guiding her or hemming her in. She took a deep breath and started to laugh.
You know, that's just how I feel after a good Pilates class. But you're saying I could feel that way more of the time.
That's the end of the driveway.
What do you want to read next month?
Something less confusing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what.
Charlotte's Web, I'm telling you, Charlotte's Web. say about it is, you know, often when we're improvising, we are making up absolutely everything in the moment. And it's like spring snow, right? It comes and it goes. And one of the things you can sometimes do when you're doing a serial or a format like this is work on characters ahead of time, right? So give them histories and sort of work on a character so that everything that happens, the story, the words coming out of our mouths, everything that happened was completely improvised. We knew nothing, right? We got the title of the book and we let that inform us.
Yeah.
But we did do a little bit of work on characters ahead of time, right? So we knew who our wonderful Israeli woman was, right? We knew who Stacy was ahead of time, and then we just let them interact with each other. And so we wanted to sort of give ourselves the fun of getting to play with some deeper character work.
So you gave yourselves characters, the general premise, got the title from the audience, and went.
And then we did.
Wow.
Characters and how our characters knew each other.
Beautiful. One more time. How about that? We are going to take a brief intermission, and we'll be back with a nightlight zone. for coming back and checking out the second act, which is going to be a nightlight zone. It has absolutely nothing to do with the estate of the late Rod Serling or any of his creations whatsoever. There is no copyright infringement in this theater. Having said that, gosh, I just mentioned Rod Serling. That makes me think of the Twilight Zone. You remember that show? If you were going to think of a Twilight Zone episode, not one that you watched, but one that you think maybe could have existed, what would the title of that episode have
Cotton
been?
Candy Man.
Say it again?
The Cotton Candy Man.
The Cotton Candy Man. Any others? We can hear two or three.
The
I love
reverse
that.
mirror.
Okay, I'm a little deaf. You have to help
The
me.
reverse mirror.
The reverse theorem.
Mirror.
Mirror. I've got this like tinnitus going on, so good luck to my fellow actors. Reverse Mirror, The Cotton Candy Man. Any others?
The Kennel at Night.
The Panel
The
at
Kennel.
Kennel at Night. All right, guys, come on up. Let's figure this out. Kennel at Night, Reverse Mirror, Cotton Candy Man. Kennel at Night, Reverse Mirror,
The Reverse Man.
Reverse Man. Oh, I do. The
Alright,
Reverse Man.
let's go with that.
I really was in love with cotton candy, but maybe that'll make it. You never know.
You never know.
The reverse.
It is now in our subconscious, so.
The Reverse Man.
Reverse
Trailer props. And therefore, tonight's episode of the Nightlight Zone is The Reverse Man.
Come on, you cowards!
Oh, come on, Jeffrey, don't do that.
Come on, no, come on,
Jeffrey.
One more!
I'm still bruised.
Oh my god.
Why don't you give it up? I mean, I'm trying to give it up.
You're trying to give it, you gave up. Come here, all right.
Jeffrey, you won the last 5 in a row. What do you want from me? I can barely move my arm.
Let me see that arm.
Come on,
Let me
look,
see
it's
that.
rubber. Do you see that? It's rubber.
Ah, you're rubber, come on. Look, I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Come on. Come on!
What's going on with you, Jeff?
Nothing!
Jeffrey?
Nothing's going on.
Jeff!
Did I miss it?
You only missed me win 12 in a row.
Well, I kind of could have predicted that before I even got
All
here.
right, that's enough. You made a fool
Sorry.
out of me. You did not protect it.
I won some money.
Where?
You know, everybody's betting on it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You ready
yeah.
this?
The cash machine, man. These
All right.
arms, these guns.
I got an idea.
What's that?
2 on 1.
2 on 1.
2 on 1.
Two? Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Right?
I could take 2 of
Right?
these clowns. Yeah!
Okay, hold on. 2 on 1, guys.
Look,
All right.
I'm getting 15%.
Okay, sure. I'm just in it for the fun.
Nobody's just in it for
All
the
right, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Nobody's just in it for the fun.
I bet on him.
Hey.
Duh!
Sorry.
Hey,
I saw you won the money.
No, in this one.
With the 2 against 1?
Yeah, I told them if they go, if
With
you
2 of
guys
us
agree
against
to
him,
2
you're still
against
betting
1,
on him.
yeah,
With
put
2 of
my
us
husband
against
on
him,
it.
you're still betting on
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
2 of us against him, you're still betting
Yeah,
on
well,
him.
I mean, look at us.
Ah, crud.
Come on.
Got a chair.
I'm standing. You okay with that?
That's against the rules, but so is 2 on
2
1.
on 1. We're doing 2 on 1. Come on, guys, it's just for fun.
It's not just for fun.
Serious.
First of all, there is the money. Secondly, there is the tiny little bits of shreds of my self-concept.
Your self-concept is located in your bicep?
No!
Good.
Are we going left or are we going right?
This is my weaker arm. I can only lift,
Don't even go there!
All right, but before we do
Only
it,
lift.
we're friends. I'm worried about you. Listen, you got a head on your shoulders, but you don't know how to be a man. You don't know. You're a little mouse for everybody. You gotta be like. Hang on a second. You don't even have the combo for this safe anymore, right?
No,
Okay.
we haven't had the combo for that for 50 years.
We can't.
Nobody's got the count.
We still don't have the combo.
I break it. I just got to work out a little bit more. So look, you got to be like that. But you're never going to be like that if you're scurrying in the shadows. I wish I could give you some of what I got.
I ain't scurrying in no shadows. I just don't got the biceps because I use this a little bit.
If I could give you a bicep transplant, I have plenty to spare, but I can't.
Maisie?
It's not even fun anymore, guys.
Let's just get it over with.
You promised them 2-on-1.
Come on.
Yeah, no. It's not fun.
Any mark? I don't know. Any mark? Here. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Better?
Yeah.
Is this against the rule? You can't go do it. No.
I just wish the two of you would learn to be stronger people, because if I were weak like you, I wish I could just show you what it would be like. I would still be the god. The table, there's like a tilt on the table is, I want to do over.
Oh shit, I
Hold on.
lost. But
Hold
we
on.
won.
Hold on. That felt different.
It's the table.
It's not the table.
Is it? I spilled a drink
It's not
earlier,
the-
my elbow.
It's not the table! Back up.
You sure?
Center.
We know how this ends.
Strong arm.
Fine. Move the table.
Yeah, all right,
Because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
need room up here.
Yeah, and this is dry. This is dry as bone.
You're gonna need room up here.
They're going again. No regular.
Go for it.
On your mark, set, go. What are you doing?
Joking.
You don't have to do that. Get up! What the hell was that? You giving birth?
Oh!
Joking around.
Oh!
Yeah, you're joking around. Now he's mocking me. You're mocking me. That's probably what I look like. I understand that. It's probably what I look like. But you don't get to mock me.
Need some ice.
What?
I need some ice.
Serious?
Jeff-
Do I look like I'm joking?
Jeffrey. Hey, bud. Jeffrey. Is your arm okay?
No, it ain't okay. I don't know. I must be getting sick.
I'm going to touch your arm now.
All right.
No funny stuff.
Well, you're the smart guy. You
Don't
know
go
all the
lifting me
medical-
up or anything like
Hey,
that.
go. Ah, that's so tight.
I barely touched you.
Ah! Ow!
I think you got a broken arm.
I can't. How? That's a freak thing. It's a freak.
You know what it is? I know what it is. You know what it is? It's a repetitive traumatic stress disorder.
Whatever that is, I bet it is.
I read about it.
Said ergonomic arm wrestling table.
Anti-ergonomic.
Anti-ergonomic.
That's not ergonomic.
That's not
You'd
ergonomic.
probably sue this joint for that if I didn't own it. Don't sue me.
No,
Jesus
I wouldn't
Christ.
do that.
That is not an ergonomic table. I apologize for that table.
All right, okay. Pull up a chair. We'll talk. These
Come on,
chairs
quit
get some.
fooling around. This is the arm that's
I know, but this chair's. What did somebody do? Put like lead weights on the chair?
No. Nothing wrong with the chair.
Something's wrong.
There's nothing wrong with the chair.
Something ain't right. Something. All right. One-handed. Ah!
Jeffrey Stillman, a man who has relied on strength for power his entire life, from his early days as a childhood bully to his rise up the corporate ladder with arm wrestling. About to find out that there are some places where strength doesn't always equal power. For example, in the nightlight zone.
We cut to the office. Oh, late for work. No one's gonna tell me I'm late because I'll crack their skull whenever I get over this.
Mr. Stillman,
Hey, boss man!
keeping banker's hours, I see.
Well, we had an agreement before 10:30 is early for me. I'm a little under the weather today.
You're under the weather.
Yeah.
How is that?
I got a little bit of like a bug. I don't think it's contagious.
Well, then-
Probably something I ate.
well, is it a bug or is it something you ate?
I've,
I think I know what you have, Mr. Stillman.
what's that?
I think you have a bad case of Mondayitis.
Well, what if I do?
Mr. Stillman, that is inappropriate.
Every time you and I have a problem, I remind you about when we were in 4th grade. And remember, I would get you against the wall, and I would say, "Who's your uncle?"
I remember, Mr. Stillman.
So I think I'm just going to come in when I want, and I'm going to work when I want, and I'm going to keep getting the paycheck, and it'll all be all right, because I'm doing executive level stuff here.
Even the worm turns, Mr. Stillman.
Oh! Did you pull a knife on me? What gives?
I just simply said that even the worm...
Don't hit me with that!
Now stop that.
Don't hit me with that!
That's not fun, Mr. Stillman.
I'll come in on time. I'm not feeling well is all. I'm going through some things.
Some things.
Things.
We're all going through things, Mr. Stillman. All of us.
Yeah, but all through my life, I didn't really so much go through things like other people. I just ran my way through.
But you see the problem.
Oh, please stop. Please stop. You're little Uncle. Uncle. I'm coming on time, Uncle. I'm coming on time. I will come in on time. Just gotta get over this.
Mr. Stillman, it appears that you've grown weak.
It's the bug. Hey, I can file a lawsuit because you can't treat me. You can't treat Stillman like this.
Mr. Stillman, I have one question for you.
What?
Who's your uncle?
Oh, my uncle! Fade to black. the door. Oh,
What's the matter with you?
I'm not right. I'm not right.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not right. I'm not right. I'm all covered with bruises. I hurt everywhere.
All right, well have a seat. Look, I just took dinner out of the oven. We had a nice, romantic evening.
Because you like a big, strong man. Yeah.
And you know what today is, right?
Thursday.
Thursday the 3rd.
Oh.
It's okay if you didn't get me a present. I don't care about that sort of thing. I just thought we could sort of recreate our first date.
When I literally picked you up, I picked you up off the ground, and you didn't want to go. You didn't want to go with me. I said, no, you're going with me, and I shoved that other schmuck in the ground. I
Well,
felt so good.
I have a secret for you. I wanted to go with you all along. I just let you think.
I knew you wanted to go with me, and I hated that guy.
Me too.
Hey, Macy, I got the whole thing, the roller coaster props and the cotton candy and everything all ready for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right,
Thank you so much.
just like we talked
I know,
about.
it's gonna be such a great
It's gonna be
surprise.
great. All right, good.
Thank you. Here. You like the candles?
Oh, yeah. These matches, something wrong with these matches.
What?
They're,
Are they wet? Did they get wet?
They're not, no, they're defective. They're like, oh, maybe I'm defective.
Why don't you open the wine?
Okay.
Oh, is it stuck?
Could you hold the bottle?
Yeah. Don't usually do it with your whole body.
Yeah, it's no use.
Jeffrey, you're sweating bullets.
Something's wrong
Have
with
a
me.
seat. Are you sick?
Something's wrong with me.
Fever?
Oh, that's so hot. I never ever laid a hand on you. Why would you do that to me?
I just wanted to see if you had a temperature.
It's like the world's all upside down now.
What do you mean? I mean, it's still our end.
Now?
I'll be right back.
Now?
Just give me like 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's still our anniversary.
Yeah, it is.
That's not upside down, right?
No, that's great. That's great.
I'll get the chair for myself.
Thank you. Yeah, you ever worry or wonder about what it would be like if I weren't the same man who I was when you first met me, you know? Who could like pick up the heavy things around and punch out the guys when they looked at you wrong. Or, you know, get away without paying rent for 2 months just by yelling through the door at the landlord, like saying, I'm working on it! I still got the voice. I got the voice. The pipes are working.
Frankly, Jeffrey, it's like you read my mind. No. I don't think you understand. One of the reasons I made this nice dinner for us to celebrate tonight is that I wanted to talk with you about the future of our relationship.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, I just thought, you know, all those things that you're describing, those are the things that I like least
What?
about you. Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about this over dinner. They're just the things that I like least about you. And the things that I like the most are your soft side, your gentle side. Do you remember what we did on that first date?
Yeah, we went to the field full of daisies and we rolled in it. And then I went and I tied them together and I made a necklace out of them for you.
And you told me I couldn't tell anybody that you had done that, and
No.
I didn't.
Yeah, I got my street creds, honey.
know.
But it's just weird. I never really thought I had a soft side. I never thought about that even being useful, because the soft side is usually what I punch another guy in. You had them pressed and preserved.
And when you get all loud and rough and crazy, I pull them out of the drawer and I look at them and I know that there's that guy inside of you all the time.
I was never all bad, huh? I mean, you're in my life. I couldn't have been all bad.
And do you remember after the daisies what we did that evening? We went to the carnival?
Oh my God, yeah, the carnival, and I had the big hammer, and I hit the thing, and I won you a big bear because I was the strongest guy.
Yes, yes. And the bear was great, and that was a lot of fun. But my favorite part of the night was when we shared the cotton candy.
Now,
Yeah, now, okay, now.
get your cotton candy here. Get your cotton candy. Don't actually eat it. I dropped it in the dog bowl in front of Mrs. O'Reilly's. Get your cotton candy here. Cotton candy. Here you
Hey,
go.
buddy!
You look like the lady needs a nice cotton candy.
Yeah, you look like you're gonna give that to me for free. That's what I said, remember? That wasn't very cool.
No, why don't you just pretend to pay him this time?
No, I'm gonna really, I'm really gonna give, because I've been a jerk. You keep the rest.
Jeffrey, that's it. Jeffrey!
That's a heavy cotton
Trick
candy.
or something.
Here you go.
That's a heavy bill. That's a 50, Jeff.
I've been a creep to you. You've been my best friend. I've been a creep to you. I've been getting money out of you and not paying it back. I'm gonna do better. I don't care if I spend the rest of my life like this. I'm loved and I have a soft side, and I don't have to be a swaggering gorilla to be loved. And
But Jeff, if you wasn't a swaggering gorilla, nobody'd know you.
maybe I need to be somebody new. As long as you still know me and you still know me. Would you still want to know me?
Of course, if that's what I wanted to talk with you about.
I think I'm a third wheel. Is that possible yet?
Maybe you did a great
This
job.
seems like
No,
one of
you
those
did a
romantical
wonderful job.
moments.
Thank
And
you.
I'm always stepping on romantical moments
It's time
like
for you to go
I
now.
think I'll
Just
go now.
Thank you.
He's a good guy. I have
know.
never given him his due, have I? Not really.
You have been a little mean to him.
And even though I got fired, I should call and apologize to my boss. Yeah, I know I was.
Here, hold this.
Could you put it on the table?
You got fired?
Yeah. But you know what? I deserved it. I probably should have got fired. I don't know how to do that job. I yell at other people when they do my paperwork. I don't even know what an executive officer in charge of biological disposal and reprimands and also acquisitions even means.
You don't?
No, I don't know half of those words.
You mean you've just been getting by bullying everybody?
Yeah, but no more. Even if I were my old self, I swear, I will never be the person I used to be ever again.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Look at this!
I worked all day.
I'm so sorry.
today.
Oh, your dinner! Oh, your dinner! But I'm sorry. Wait.
What are you doing? This is what you did. Yes, that night. Getting the hang of it. Yay! What are you so happy about?
Because when we go through that door, it's gonna be a door to a better me. Let's go to the carnival.
Okay.
Even though they're closed for the season, I'm not gonna bully my way in. I know a guy,
Okay.
and they'll let us in.
That's so romantic. That's such a lovely way to celebrate our
Get your coat.
Okay, hold this.
I'm not gonna eat it though, because of the dog thing.
Yeah, no.
Musical cue, transition to dark, off-season carnival.
they're not usually open like this time of year, but it's our anniversary. We met here.
Yeah, everybody's got a story, pal.
You seem pretty sad.
Yeah, I'm sad. The transport to Florida is all messed up. We gotta sit here in this friggin' lot for an extra month. Nothing to do.
What's wrong with it?
The transport?
Yeah.
It don't work. It don't work. I started and it doesn't start. And I got the guy, we got a guy, one of the carnies, he's a mechanic. I said, look at it. He looked at it, he said, it don't work. I said, well, fix it. He says, I can't fix it. I said, why can't you fix it? You're the mechanic. Because he says, I don't know how to fix it, all right? So I say, you
Maybe
idiot.
it's just stuck.
I could be your motor. I needed a job. And I know things are slow now, but you know, they pick up. They pick up come...
You're telling me you can move that transport?
Honey, come here, let's show them. Get in.
Okay.
Okay, lower the
Mister,
safety
you're
bar.
gonna seriously hurt yourself if you think you're gonna move that thing. That's gotta be 5 tons of steel there.
Jeffrey, you're feeling better, right?
I am feeling great.
Okay.
I am feeling, and I love my soft side.
Okay.
Though I'm glad the muscles are back.
Me too.
Fade to black.
I think that's it.
Is that
All right. Well, thank you very much. That was the thing. And we're very glad you were all here to see it. If you had a good time tonight, could you please do us a big favor and tell your friends, share on social media, do all that good, positive stuff, because, you know, we're working on getting the audiences back and so forth, but it's honestly, people are a little slow to hit that. And if you did not have a good time tonight, see me after this show. No, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.